Alright, so synthetic division part 2. Now we're gonna have to divide something that has coefficient greater than 1. So instead of x minus 5 or x minus 6, we're gonna have like 2x, 3x, something. So I want to just, okay, it's all the same process, but two things to remember, okay? We're still solving for x for the divisor, but so same thing, like set divisor equal to 0, solve for x. But for our divisors, because if its leading coefficient is greater than 1, so for example for C, it'd be like 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So if you solve, you're gonna get 2/3, right? And no, we do not change that into a decimal. We want to keep it as 2/3. But when that happens, just remember at the end of the process, multiply all your coefficients by the denominator. Okay, super duper important part. So once you're all done, we're gonna multiply all your coefficients by the denominator. So what do you mean by that? Let me show you exactly how it looks like. So look at C, okay? Guess what, guys? Yeah, I did it again. I messed up. So I have to pause and go back and then restart. So now I'm gonna try one more time here on the right side. You can see I made a mistake. I'll show you where. So I'm gonna write all the coefficients: 6, -7, 11, -9, and 2. We're going to divide them by 2/3. Okay, so we do the same process. Drop the first, so it's 6. Multiply them together, so that's 4. You add them together, it's -3. You multiply these two together, and it is 2 over 3 times -3 is -2. So if you look at this, that's where I made a mistake. So then like everything else was going, like fractions, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, I made a mistake. So then you add them, it's 9. You multiply together, that is 6. And you'll notice that I know we're multiplying some number by a fraction, but it will always turn out to be a nice whole number in here. So when you get a fraction like 10/3, that's where like, uh-oh, made a mistake, gotta go back. So now we add them together, it's -3, multiply them together, that is -2, and remainder 0. So you just kind of divide it like the same way as the one without the coefficient of 1, or more than 1. But then at the end, this is what I mean by super important part. I'm gonna put star there. At the end, you have to, oh my gosh, I made a mistake right there. Divide. I meant to say divide. Did I say multiply? Who wrote that? That was not me. You gotta divide all your coefficient by the denominator. So you see how denominator was 3? We're dividing all of them. All of them. All of them. Well, obviously, all of them by 3. So you get 2, -1, a 3, and a -1, and a 0. So now your quotient is 2x to the, look at this. Ooh, what do we have? Okay, we started with x to the 4th power, so this is going to be x to the 3. It's just always going to be 1 less. -1 x squared plus 3x minus 1, and then remainder 0. So there. That would be the coefficient. That would be the quotient. I understand this is super complicated. Let's try one more example. And this is a perfect example that we have to try because Well, I know you see it's just dx minus 2, so we don't have to do what we just did, but here's one thing why I'm going to go over, and this is kind of like only special for honors class. Okay, well, I'm sorry, x minus 2 is 0, so yes, we're dividing this by x equals 2, but honors class, watch out for this. You cannot skip skip a term. Like, look, x to the fourth, right? And what's one less than that? X squared, x cubed. So what's one less than x cubed? X squared, right? But take a look. Do we have a square term? Where did it go? This is a classic example of missing x squared term. Whenever you notice something missing, you have to include them in. So if it's missing, that means it is a 0x squared. So when we write this, it'll be coefficient 1, 1x to the fourth, negative 6x cubed, and then 0x squared, then 18, then negative 4. That divided by a positive 2 is how we have to write. So missing term, make sure you put a 0 in it. Drop the first, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. So then your quotient is 1x to the, take a look, that was a fourth, so we want to put third, 1x cubed minus 4x squared minus 8x plus 2. There. And then let me try the one with coefficient more than 1. So let this sink. If you have to pause it, pause it. Pause it, copy it, make sure you understand before you move on. Alright, I'm gonna do G. I'm moving my face over here. Coefficient 2, 9, x to the fourth term, x to the third term. Is there x squared term? Negative 21. Is there x term? Look, it's missing. Ah, missing. You have to put 0. Then 48. Okay, what are we dividing this by? 2x minus 1 equals 0. So you add 1. 2x equals 1. Divide by 2. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. X is 1/2. So now we're dividing this by 1 over 2. Drop the first term. That's 2. Multiply them together. That's 1. Add it, 10. Multiply, that's 5. Add it, negative 16. Multiply it, negative 8. Add, negative 8. Multiply, negative 4. Add it, 44. Oh, we got some remainder, finally. And we're gonna have a remainders. So I like the remainder. We'll keep the remainder as is. Then we'll move on from there. So that's a remainder. Now, before you move on, because we divided by 2, all your quotient needs to be divided by 2 as well, except for the remainder. So now we have 1 x to the third plus 5 x to the second power minus 8 x to the first power, or just x, minus 4. The remainder is going to be, we're going to write it like this. 44 is remaining out of the one that we're looking for, 2x minus 1. Whoa, there. I know it's a lot to sink in right now. So when you're using synthetic divisions, make sure you recognize if there's a missing term. And if you're dividing by anything more than 1x as a leading coefficient, then you have to make sure at the end you divide all of them by that denominator. Okay, and pause the video and come back for the next one. Let this just two examples go over a couple times.